Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sawickipedia. In this one, I'm just going to do a quick run through of this programmable display. As I mentioned in the last video in the install, you can program it up to 12 characters. The way to do that is just to push and hold the ambient temperature button for a couple of seconds. It'll come up with set text, and then you basically use the same button to cycle through each letter. And after a couple of seconds, it'll move to the next letter. It does have upper and lowercase letters available, also numbers, different characters. So if you happen to go past a letter, you have to cycle all the way back through, so it can be a pain in the ass. There you go, you can see all different characters. So it is quite versatile, but it takes forever if you're trying to program a specific thing, especially if it's a mixture of upper and lowercase. But once you've got everything sorted out, you just have to remember to push and hold the ambient button again, otherwise it'll just revert back to whatever you had last time. So you gotta do that until it says saved. The other thing you might notice is it currently says it's minus 20 degrees outside. It definitely isn't that cold. And it's not until I turn the ignition on that I'll actually pick up what the real temperature is outside. I might have to push ambient again. So it's 27 degrees, so yeah, quite a difference. There are a couple of other little quirks with this thing. Like, everything seems to work perfectly. Aircon works and everything, as you probably saw in the last video. But when you go from turning the ignition off back to accessories, it does this kind of craziness. Doesn't seem to affect anything. I mean, the aircon's not running at the moment at all. And when you turn the car off and turn it back on, it all goes back to normal. So yeah, it's a bit of an odd quirk, but everything works as it should, so I guess it's not a big deal. So that's it for this little one. Next we're going to move on to the review of the Pioneer head unit. I'm actually going to use the one that we put in the Nissan Cube for that, pretty much because they're almost the same unit. This one in the Mazda is an MVH-Z5050, whereas the Cube has got an AVH-Z5150. The only difference between the two, the one in the Cube has CD and DVD player functionality, and the screen can tilt back and forth, but you'll get to see that in the upcoming video. Thanks for watching.